Royals! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Danielle, and today I'm joined by my very special guest, Maggie Rose.
Hey.
This is one of our performers, and I'm so excited. She's going to help me answer some questions that we get frequently asked on our Instagram and on our website. So Maggie's going to be helping me with that today.
Got him right here. So our first question is, have you ever been scared of your wig falling off? Whenever Danielle has done my hair, I have never had any fears or doubts about my wig falling off. However, once I was charged with doing my own hair. It was actually for Danielle's bridal shower, and it was so funny. I show up, I'm so excited, and I sing and I do my thing, and then Danielle's like, we gotta go over here. So we go off, and apparently like it was all twisted, and it was like pushed
It was like half
and she's
falling
like,
off.
I'm redoing this for you right now. So, personally, I have not been afraid of it falling off when she's done it, but don't trust me to do it.
So basically, for all of my girls, when I can, I will do their wigs for them. When I get to do it, I don't think they have that problem or that thought of it falling off, because I'm very strategic to make sure that it looks good, that it's styled correctly, and that it is secure and feels good. What is the best moment that has ever happened at a party for you?
Oh, there's so many to choose from. I think it was my first time being the sleeping princess, and I just remember the girls running up. They were so excited, and they gave me the biggest hug, and they did not let go. Like, at all. And I remember being a little girl and seeing the princesses and running up and hugging them and just not wanting to leave. So It was just this full circle moment, and it was so amazing. It was so incredible. How about you? What's your favorite moment of a party?
I have so many when I get to attend and watch you guys do your parties. And so I have a different perspective. But for myself personally, my favorite moment was at our very first ball that we had. Because I remember my mom was saying, a lot of people that probably start a company aren't going to do a big ball, and we put on a huge ball, and I was hosting it backstage, kind of telling people how to run the music and everything, but then I was also playing a princess. And so it was the coolest thing to have 70 people show up for this ball that I had planned in my first 3 or 4 months of having the business. And then from a different perspective of going to birthday parties, I love getting to see the girls interact with the birthday princess or prince. And it is just my favorite thing, is watching them be in their element and doing just an incredible job.
Thanks, Danielle.
Yeah.
Do without your support. I have another moment, actually. This is more general. I love and appreciate that we pray before every event we go to. That is so amazing. It puts my mind at ease, and it helps me prepare to spread that love to all the girls that I'm encountering. Girls and boys. Yeah.
Yes.
Scariest moment.
Oh, I have a good one. So one time we were at a birthday party. It was one of our actresses' first time being the Ice Queen. And no, it wasn't you.
Okay.
And that wig fits everyone differently. And so I had put this wig on this actress, and I had to pin it a lot just because she had darker hair, and I was very nervous that the hair might show through. So first time playing it, so she didn't really know that she had to keep the braid on the side. So we show up to this party. This little girl really wanted to touch the Ice Queen's hair, and I was like, oh, stop, please.
Yeah.
And
do you know how much time I put into braiding that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she grabbed the braid from this side and
oh my gosh,
yanked it around because she wanted to hold it in the back. I was sitting there no, please don't touch.
My first thought goes to, oh my gosh, that poor girl. I can't imagine the pain of a wig being tugged like that.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, and it's scary because it's white. And so if you move it when it's already pinned, it's you start moving it and you start maybe seeing those dark hair pieces. And so that for me was my scariest moment, was when we first had walked into the party, and it happened so early in the beginning. So I just knew
it's going downhill.
Oh man, what's gonna happen next? But it all turned out well in the end, which is good. I just told the little girl, you can't touch Ice Queen's hair, because that is her hair and it's very special to her, and she spent a lot of time on it. How do you think so quick on your feet when kids ask you a question? You're like, what is the answer to it? And I think as long as you come up with an answer right away and you believe it 100%, they are going to believe it.
Yeah, you could say anything. And they see the dress and they see the wig and they're like, oh my gosh, my idol just told me that. That totally makes sense. What does it look like to become a princess before a party?
I wake up and this is what it is.
This is,
what's your process?
I am the sleeping princess.
What is your process like? Like, yeah, you wake up,
Uh-huh.
you get ready, you do your makeup, like, and then you come to my house. Like, what does that
Yeah.
look like?
So I wake up, I brush my teeth, I brush my hair probably. Depends on the day.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. The process for me, it usually takes me about 30-ish minutes to put all my makeup on, and then I drive down to Danielle's, which is about 35-ish minutes or so, and then we chat, and she puts on my wig, and then we hop in the car, and we pray, and then go over anything like songs, the schedule for the party, and then we go in, and we say happy birthday, and yeah.
It's a pretty easy process. So the girls just have to do their own makeup, and then they come to me and I'll do their like wig cap and put their wig on and everything like that. So I know a lot of other companies, you'll pick up the costume ahead of time before your party, you'll do your wig and your hair, but for me it's really important because this is my ministry that I do with Royally Chosen, and it's very important for me to be pouring into the girls that work for me, that are like contracted with me, if you will, because that like one-on-one time is just so important. And I would so much rather be able to talk to them and encourage them and build them up, because I'm trying to remind them that they're chosen and they're called to do this. They're called to be an actress. And so I love being able to be in those moments with them as they're getting ready and do as much as I can to help. And then I usually get to take them to the parties too, which is really special.
It's very special. How do you avoid going through the motions at parties and feeling like making each one feel authentic? You've been doing it the longest. Do you have any tips?
Yeah, I think it's treating each party as if it is the very first party that you've ever gone to. Because for the little girl or boy that you're going to, this may be the first time that they're ever having a princess at their party. And it is so special. And I think you have to tap in to the excitement and the energy of that family and how important it is to them that you are coming. Like, even if you have multiple parties a day and you're getting changed from one princess to a next to a different character, all this stuff, like, I think you have to just center yourself, pray before the party, and remember why you're doing it. It's not just a job. You are, like, creating life and joy and something so special in this little girl or little boy's life, or even, like, the parents. Like, the parents have so much joy when we come. It's so special for them, too, because it's making their little girl or boy's dreams come true. And so that's what my advice is just like taking a moment, taking a beat like before a party, and remembering and realizing why I'm there and how special it's going to be.
I totally agree with that. I think the prayer for me is really special, and it sets the tone for the rest of the party. I also think keeping it authentic, I'm able to do that by just seeing the smiles on the girl or boy's face when I walk in, and that immediately like switches my mood, I guess. If that makes any sense.
No,
but
totally.
The prayer is really the deciding factor. If you're having a bad day, how do you step out of your own feelings and become a character?
I feel like that's kind of like hand in hand with the other one.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of like what you were saying about praying before the party. I know I've had a lot of girls that will be anxious before parties or having a bad day. We've had a couple of instances where something has happened, someone's late, we have to get them ready in the car. Like, things have happened where it is just a bad day for some girls, and I tell them, like, we just need to take a moment. Like, it's okay. We've called before and said, hey, we need to be just like 5 or 10 minutes late. It doesn't happen often, but if it does, it's just like, hey, we're having some wig trouble.
The sleigh is stuck in some snow.
Yeah, sometimes it's just someone's having a bad day and they just need a moment so that they can make that party extra special. Yeah, it's important for you to take a moment before and pray and get ready to become that person for those kids.
I agree. I also think that once you put the wig and the dress on, you kind of automatically feel like a different person, because it's such a character. It's not like you're acting and playing like a human being. Like, you're a cartoon character, and so once you have that on and you see that, you kind of feel a little bit better than you would be if you were having a bad day.
Yeah, you feel all like dolled up and
oh my gosh,
beautiful.
Got the makeup on, got the wig on.
Even if you're still not feeling good right before the party, the first smile you see, you're like, I gotta be here for these kids. Like, and you just get so excited because they're so excited. I've had girls say to me like that they've had such a horrible day, and they do a party and it completely shifts and changes their whole day.
If you could be any character, even outside of princesses, who would you want to play? I think I have categories. Superheroes.
Yeah.
I think out of the characters I do play, I love the Mermaid Princess. She's so fun and bubbly.
Yes.
And I also, on the other end, I really like Sleeping Princess. It's so much fun, and her makeup is so simple and pretty. So
gorgeous.
Oh, and the dress, don't even get me started. Oh, love it.
It's the
So,
best.
but outside of princesses, I really want to be like a tough superhero. Growing up, my favorite superhero was Wonder Woman. I would go behind a tree and like take my hair out of a ponytail and spin around and think I was Wonder Woman.
I love that.
So either Wonder Woman or I really like Black Widow.
Yes, that would
she's
be really
so
fun.
powerful. So, anyways, those are my princess choices. Princess/non-princess choices.
So if I could play any character, it would be Princess Tiana because I love her.
She's a powerhouse.
Yes.
I love her.
She's my favorite princess in the entire universe, and I love her so much. But of course, I would never play that princess. I wouldn't have Maggie play our island princess, right? I wouldn't have her play a POC character. So it's very important. This is actually like, I feel like a touchy subject in like the princess community,
world,
but I think it's very important. And someone on Instagram talked about this, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I will tag her like right here, buddy. There it is. She had the most amazing thing to say. So basically what she had said was that she used to play, she's white, and she used to play POC characters for her company. And then she had a person of color reach out to her in the princess community and tell her why it wasn't okay that she was playing these characters. And I love that this woman like reached out to her and told her just like her side of the story, because it's so important. There's supposed to be diversity in princesses because the girls can relate to that growing up. The boys can relate to that, like saying like, oh, that person looks like me. That person is the same color as me, or they speak the same language as me.
I think that little girls like relate to different princesses for different reasons, and sometimes that is for the physical traits of a princess. I remember growing up and my favorite princess was Cinderella, but it's because I felt like I looked like Cinderella the most, and so she came to my birthday party. But had she not looked like Cinderella, I think I may have been discouraged or something.
Or confused.
Yeah. Not discouraged. I think confused is a better choice. Yeah. Last question is, what is training like?
Ooh. So each girl that is hired will get trained for 4 weeks. Say you play 5 different princesses, you're going to have 4 weeks of training per princess that you play. The first training is usually in person. I go over a script that I have written for each princess. It's from the princess's perspective. It has the songs in there, and I kind of go through it with you, help you block it, learn it, the way that I want you to say it, the different hand motions and everything like that. And then the 2 in the middle are usually on like FaceTime or something like that, or if you can meet in person, great. Last one is a full like run through, like a tech rehearsal where you dress up, you're in the wig, you're in the costume in my apartment, and we go through like
deal. We sell tickets.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
We're doing the tech rehearsal. Come and watch. And we and we go through what a party would look like. So I literally have you go outside the door, like we knock on the door, I open the door, I'm like on my knees, like, hi princess, like pretending I'm the little girl.
Kidding, that's
this is an actual thing. I'm just like a Grammy-winning actress.
Oh my
like
gosh.
It's amazing. So
One woman show.
Starring yeah. And then I'm like the parent, like, hi, how are you? And then I like back on my knees, like, I love you.
when we're telling the story and it's like, can we all do a sad face? Danielle's over here. She's like, does anybody remember his name? And Danielle's like,
I remember. Yeah. So I'll like,
oh my gosh.
I'll also do stuff when like during the script they're talking, I'll interrupt them and say like, I love your shoes, like something random, because this happens all the time at the parties. You're like talking and then they're like, one time like I went to school and there was like bees. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You know,
had she not done that in training though, I would have freaked out my first time.
Yeah, because like kids don't stay quiet the whole time. They kind of want to like interact and they want to know. So it's really important when I'm teaching the girls is how to make the story interactive for the kids. So asking questions as many times as you can. So if you're saying, oh, do you remember this part in the story when blah, 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 and having them answer, or does anyone remember what color my dress was? Yellow, or you know, and they're answering the questions, so they're involved. They want to stay involved because they know the princess is going to ask me a question. I need to be paying attention.
Totally.
And so that's
what training is like for
basically
you.
it.
yeah, it's super fun. She does a really great job with it. And she also helps us work on the songs as well. Danielle, thank you so much for having me.
Maggie, thank you for helping me answer all these questions.
Of
I
course.
couldn't have done it without you. Everyone give Maggie a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining today. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and also comment down below any questions that you might have that we can answer next time, or if you want to answer one of the questions that we answered, we would love to hear yours. Well, yeah, that is it for today, and we will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.